I recently discovered an app called TanTan, which is the Chinese version of Tinder. In this video, I'll give you some information about what TanTan is, what areas of the world it applies to, and we'll go through, set up my profile so you know exactly what this looks like, and I'll give you some results 24 hours later of the number of matches that I'm getting. We can go through the quality of profiles, and we'll just see if TanTan is a more viable option than Tinder if you are traveling through Asia. So let's get started. It's hammer time. A quick breakdown from what I've learned from ChatGPT is that TanTan started way back in 2014, so it's been around for quite a while. It's got about 100 million worldwide users and about 10 million active users per month. The main areas that it's focused on is China, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia. So testing it out in Vietnam is going to be a good quality test. We'll be able to see very quickly if this is more viable than Tinder. According to ChatGPT, the main demographic is 18 to 30-year-olds, so students, young professionals. So we'll find out if this is true, get a good idea of what the user base is like. It says it's not so much a hookup app like Tinder is. It's a little bit more relaxed and calm. People aren't necessarily looking to meet up right away. So this will be a good experiment for us to see what the differences are between my results I got on Tinder the first 24 hours I was here and what kind of results I will get on TanTan. So let's now go through and we'll set up the profile. I'll show you my step-by-step so there's no guessing involved if this is something that you want to set up while you're traveling through Vietnam, Thailand, China, wherever. So we'll do that now. All right, so we're going to sign in to TanTan through Gmail. So we'll sit here to Google. I'll select my email address. I will confirm through YouTube. Hit the right number. Yes, it's me. All right, so nickname, we'll do Johnny. My date of birth is July 25th, 1983. Hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble for saying that. Male. Receive SMS? No. We are looking for, we'll just say we're still figuring it out. We don't need to do anything crazy. We just want to see how the app works. Ethnicity, white Caucasian. English, and I'll say some Spanish. Not that it'll matter. All right, so add a profile photo. Very simple, very straightforward. I have my dating app profile. I'll use this pic. Get started. Let's see, where am I? Allow once. Distance we want, we'll say 10 miles. Maybe some girls would travel this far. Current location, Vietnam, quadrant 1, that's where I'm at. We want 18 to 33, sounds good. Seems all right. Settings are good. Do we need to add more photos? Okay, so then, yeah, so from here you can click on your photo, hit edit. We can add up to 6 total photos. All right, so it says I'm 42. I've got 6 quality photos on there. The same setup that I have on Tinder. We will see how I go on getting matches and likes. We'll give this probably close to maybe 20 hours. It's 5:30 now. I'll check this around noon tomorrow. We'll see if I get any matches. Let's see how this works. All right, we definitely don't want to pay for it, but maybe I have to do 3 months for 200 and... Okay, so this is saying it's $259.99 a month. I don't know if this is US or if this is Vietnam money. We're definitely not paying that much a month for this thing. 3 months for $16.49. Unlimited likes, 2 crushes per day. All right, so this is the premium offer for $16.49. I can get unlimited likes, 3 compliments per week. I can see who likes me. All right, I guess we will do this for the experiment. We'll see what happens. I got 8 seconds. All right, so we will pay just because it'll help with the results. We'll see what kind of matches, likes I get. This is going to be the best way to really get an idea of how this app works. So I'm going through now, just kind of looking over it. From what I can tell, many girls only have 1 or 2 photos. Doesn't look like they put in nearly as much effort as Tinder. Yeah, like the last 5 girls I've looked at, they have 1 photo, maybe 2, but they all look the same. So we will go through in a few hours, just see what the results are after a boost. I just boosted at about 5:30. I'll come check this at 9, give you a quick update, and then I'll let you know tomorrow, roughly after 20 hours, what you can kind of expect. And then we'll compare it to the results that I got on Tinder. So far, it looks very similar to Tinder. You have your Discover, you have your Liked You tab, so you can see people who like you. I don't know what Visitors is yet. I will go through that. Let's see if I can screen record this part, the Visitors, real quick. All right, yeah, so if you go to Liked You, it won't. Okay, if it sends likes, okay. What is a visitor? Okay, I think a visitor is somebody who is in a different location. Yeah, so this person's in Melbourne, this person's in England, this person's in Muckleburg. It's interesting that you can see visitors, but you can't discover people. This girl's in Mitiktakfeep. All right, so visitors are if you wanted to match with somebody outside of your current location. It looks like you could take this from, say, if you're in Vietnam, you could match with somebody in China or Melbourne. Interesting. Me personally, I would never do that. I want to date girls who are in the location I'm at, but it's something that you could do. So far, out of the boost, I've got 0 likes. We'll update you accordingly. That's it for now. Peace. All right. It is the first TanTan update. It is 10:49. It's been about 5 hours. I did do 1 boost, and it looks like I have 64 total likes. So not too bad. I think it's a little bit less than Tinder. So far, Tinder does seem better in that term. I did notice with this app, there is a feature called Who Viewed Me. So you can actually see who viewed your profile. If we go through, what I noticed is that so far, many of these girls are not in the city that I'm at, and many of them have just 1 or 2 pictures. So I'm not sure how, I guess, authentic their profile is or what's going on with it. But a lot of these girls are not even near me, so maybe that's why they didn't like me. I don't know. I guess it's an interesting feature, but if they didn't like me, I guess I don't really care who viewed my profile, in all honesty. But that is different than Bumble or Tinder or Hinge, so that is something there. You can see the the people that you've liked, so to keep track of that, which is a feature in Tinder. But so far, yeah, it says 64 people like me, but this Discover says 58. I did notice earlier that sometimes this was even blank when it said girls like me. I have some screenshots here I'll post. So the app does seem a little bit buggy, but so far 58 to 60 some likes, not terrible. From what I've seen, a lot of these girls aren't even in the city I'm at, Ho Chi Minh, and a lot of them have 1, maybe 2 pictures. So they don't really seem like they're actually probably real profiles. So far it does seem more, I would say, more risk of scams than Tinder. Tinder, I've been able to get girls out on dates same day. I wrote some of those new siren breakdowns in the school group. I was able to get these girls out on dates the same day, very minimal texting. They did mention that they have thousands of likes, but a lot of these guys aren't actually leading 2 dates and they get bored and then they just don't go out. So texting does make a huge difference. You can check those out in the school group. But yeah, my initial thoughts right now is I would not use TanTan over Tinder or Bumble. Tinder or Bumble works worldwide. I will go through tomorrow afternoon after I do the coffee shop, get some work done. I will update you on the total likes. Then I'll go through, and out of those, I'll give you some statistics on age, location, how many pictures they had, and how many quality matches I actually ended up with. And then I'll send out some messages to see if any of them even engage. But that's the update for now. Hopefully this gives you some guidance on if you want to use TanTan, if you want to pay for it, or if it has any interest to you. I'll keep you updated. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. All right, let's go through the results real quick. Out of 77 likes on TanTan, 40 of them had 2 or less photos. Many of these were just 1 photo, and the 1 photo sometimes was of like a flower or just a dog. So a lot of them were only 2 photos, so girls are not putting in a lot of effort. It makes me feel like they're probably just scams and not actually looking to date. So over half of them had 2 or less photos. Not what I'm looking for. Out of the 77, 15 of them were from areas outside of Ho Chi Minh, areas that I'm not even looking to date girls. There's people from New York, Japan, LA, Dallas, and a lot of them had 1 photo as well. So still not great odds. It's not filtering for girls that are in my area that I could actually go out on a date with. The age range was anywhere from 19 to 41. So kind of what ChatGPT did say age range was. All right. So out of the 77 likes, I ended up matching with 20 of them. I sent them all, hey, cutie. Some of them I did like or I matched with if they had only 1 or 2 photos. I don't have a high likelihood that anything would result from this. It does seem more likely that it would be a scam if they're only going to put 1 or 2 photos up. Maybe this is just the culture with a Chinese Tinder app that they only send 1 photo. I do notice that you can send photos. You can also call them. You can send your location. So it looks like maybe after you're talking to somebody, you could get more photos from them just to verify that it is a real thing. But out of 77, I matched with 20. I don't have high hopes that anything will result from these. A lot of these do seem like probably fake profiles. I would have to be very convinced after talking to them on WhatsApp before I would even go meet up with them. I will update you if any of these girls respond and I do end up with a date. I'll make a follow-up video to that. But from what I can tell, I matched with 20 girls. A lot of these were just like, okay, she looks cute. Let's just see what happens. I don't have high confidence that anything would result in this. So my final verdict is I would just stick to Tinder and Bumble. These have been working worldwide for me. Tinder, I was getting more results in less time. The girls were putting up multiple photos, anywhere from 3 to 6. So you get a good idea of what they look like. It does seem like they're actually looking to meet up and go on a date. It's been pretty easy and consistent to get girls from match to date here in Ho Chi Minh, the 5 days I've been here. Bumble the same way, many likes. Girls actually put effort into their profile. It does seem like they're real people. I don't feel like I'm getting scammed. I might just be new to this app, so I don't know a ton about it. But in my opinion, I would not use this over Tinder Bumble. That's going to get you all the results that you need. Yes, you still have to be cautious of working girls, potential scams. I've never had any issues with this. Maybe I just do a better job filtering, but not something I personally worry about, which I would do with TanTan. So hopefully that helps guide your decision on if you want to use this app over Tinder or Bumble. Maybe you just want an extra resource to help get you even more leads. I feel if you have a solid profile, you take the time, you get good pictures, you'll get plenty of likes and matches just through the other apps. Really no need to use this unless maybe you go to China and this is the only thing available. I don't know that, so don't quote me on any of that stuff. But unless this is your only option, I would just avoid it altogether. So hopefully that helped break down this new app that I found. Let me know if there's anything that you've seen that you want me to break down, any other dating apps from other countries, or maybe you use OkCupid or Coffee Meets Bagel. I know there's a ton of options out there. I think if you're just looking to get on quality dates, if you have a solid profile and you know how to text, Tinder, Bumble's all you need. If you're in the States or Australia, Canada, you could use Hinge. That's a great app as well. I personally would not ever use this. So that's it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. I will make future videos if I end up getting any of these girls on dates. I'll do a quick update. But I would say the likelihood is very low with it. All right, that's it for now. Peace.